everyone, it's Laurie from Cook Scrap Craft. Welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a process video for you that is for the May Challenge Yourself Challenge. And this month's theme, along with using a picture of yourself, is to use butterflies. So you can interpret that however you want. Maybe you, like me, have a picture of yourself with butterflies, or maybe you have butterfly embellishments or butterfly washi tape or a butterfly cut apart or butterfly pattern paper. However you want to use butterflies on this layout, as long as there is a photo of you on the layout, it can be entered into the random prize drawing from Challenge Yourself. And I will have that website linked below. On that website, you can find all the details on how to enter, and you can see what the rest of the design team created to give you some inspiration. So this is my very fast page. This is going into my Scrapbooking in Under 10 Minutes playlist as well. So if you're looking for some very fast process videos to watch and some layouts that are going to get the job done in 10 minutes or less, then I highly recommend you check out that playlist, which I will also try to remember to link in the description box below. All right, so for this one, the photo is of me at Toy Fair back in 2023, and there's a company called Wild Republic, and they had it this year too. They had this big photo op with this big giant butterfly wings on the wall, and so you could go and get your picture taken in front of them, and so that's what I did. So because the butterfly wings have green in them, and the dress I was wearing also had green in it, I wanted to keep with the green scheme of things, and so this ferny palm leafy paper, that's from American Crafts, and obviously the leaves are green. And then I'm pairing it with some green basil cardstock and another piece of American Crafts paper, pattern paper, polka dot paper that's sort of like grayish greeny a little bit, and then that butterfly paper, which is from Vicki Boutin. I just had that piece, that random scrap piece in my stash, and I was like, that's going to be perfect, obviously, because the theme is butterflies. And then I'm going to add whatever embellishments I can find, and I'll talk about those as I get to it. So basically, the papers I'm just kind of lining up. Like the butterfly paper, I kept the same. I didn't cut that down at all. The polka dot paper, I don't think I cut that down at all either. And even the basil cardstock, I think I had to cut off like part of the branding strip, but everything else was just like me grabbing these scrap pieces of paper. And then I said, how can I line them up? How can I layer them up in a way that's going to work with a single photo? And I did it like this. So there you go. The photo is not exactly 4x6. I printed it a little bit smaller from Walgreens so that it didn't cut off the edges of the photo, since this was taken on a phone. But you could print it whatever size you want, or you could do this with you could layer two horizontal photos, one on top of the other. Just kind of depends on the photos that you have and how you could make this work. You could also, if your photo is like a 4x6 horizontal, you could flip this whole thing and do it where all of these elements are more toward the bottom of the page and less toward the top. So, rotate. Don't be afraid to rotate and move things around to work with what you've got. So what I have are some hearts that I fussy cut out of an American Crafts paper. I've got some American Crafts heart foam pieces that are from an American Crafts foam sticker sheet. And I've got some Vicki Boutin butterfly stickers that are from her, I think, Bold and Bright sticker sheet. There are 3 of those, and I will add all of them to the page. But right now, I'm just kind of trying to figure out the embellishment clusters, popping things down, working along the diagonal. So you can see I've got a cluster at the top right, the top left of the photo, and then another larger cluster down at the bottom right, and that's where the title and everything is going. So part of the title is made up of the American Crafts foam stickers. I've also got, just for fun, because it was out on my desk, a part of a border sticker that I think is from Chamel. It's got some hearts on it. It's, whatever. I was like, hey, you know what? This is kind of like the perfect size. I need to use it up and get it off my desk, so we're going to put that there. Yeah, that works. And then I'm just adding in a few extra layers here because I have extra pieces and I wanted to just really build out these clusters. I mean, the basic design of the layout is pretty simple, but you can really zhuzh it up a little bit with your embellishments. So I've got a little green typewriter from an Echo Park collection. I've got some pieces from a Simple Stories camping themed collection that I think they could be butterflies. They could also be moths or other bugs. I'm not totally sure, but for the sake of this layout, they are going to be butterflies. So we're just going to go with it. And then I'm adding in a couple enamel dots, basically just whatever enamel dots I have that are left in my stash that are green and that go with the green color scheme that I've got going on here. And I think I'm going to add in a, oh yes, a journaling spot. I couldn't think of the word for a second there. I'm like, what am I going to add in? I'm going to add in a journaling spot just so I can really quickly document this. Now, I do have other photos from this Toy Fair series. I went, I think 3 days of Toy Fair that year. So I still have photos, from that day and from the other days that I went. And what I would usually do is try to group them together. So actually it was at the end of September, and then the first 2 days of October is when it took place. So I have the September day photos, and I was going to put them, kind of group them together in a layout. I just haven't gotten around to it because there are so many photos, and with the challenges that I was doing, nothing just really made sense to use those. And then I'll probably do each day of October its own little thing. And then this will just be its own page, just because I needed it for the challenge. And I didn't have the rest of the October photos scrapbooked. But this was, in a pinch. Printing it out at Walgreens was really easy, and it got the job done. So up at the top, I added a few more embellishments, another foam heart, a sticker from Simple Stories, and some more enamel dots, because again, I had them and I was trying to use them up. And so that it ends up being where there's like sort of a triangle with the embellishment clusters, top right, down to the left, then down to the right. And here are the close-up photos so that you can see things in a little bit more detail. I hope this video was inspiring for you, and that if you liked it, you give it a thumbs up, and that you subscribe to the channel and follow me on my social media channels to see lots more scrapbooking and other fun stuff. Bye!